Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today is Tuesday, March 12, 2024. Welcome to DPWH Sorsogon First District Engineering Office Pre-Bid Conference for 24FK0030, 24FK0031, 24FK0032, and 24FK0033. To begin with, we will call on Engineer Buhatan and Mrs. Corradino for the opening prayer to be followed with a roll call of the attendance.
Let us all stand. In the name of the Father, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. O most holy Father, we praise and thank you. Guide us, send to each and every one of us the Holy Spirit, so that we will be able to achieve the objectives of this undertaking, the pre-bid conference. Give us the grace to be open-minded. Create us, O Lord, the desire to be more dedicated and committed to our duties and responsibilities. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Good morning, everyone. Please be present as I call your name. Engineer Larry D. Reyes, BAC Vice Chairperson.
Present.
Engineer Nida D. Rillama, BAC Regular Member. Present. Engineer Joseph Bonifacio, BAC Regular Member.
Present.
Engineer Sen G. Baharo, BAC Professional Member.
Present.
Engineer Maria Susan F. Pino, BAC Professional Member.
Present.
Engineer Angeli D. Remulacio, Head of BAC Secretariat and Procurement Engineer.
Present.
Engineer Gary Castro, Head of DWG.
Present.
Members of BAC Secretariat, Engineer Eileen P. Wana,
Present.
Member of DWG Janelle Hamisola, and yours
Present.
and yours to truly, Corradino. No representative from contractors present.
Thank you. Having no observers and contractors representatives present, and as guided under Section 22.3 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184, stated that attendance shall not be mandatory among mentioned individuals. And since majority of the BAC members are present in quorum, I call this pre-bid conference to order. These are the agenda for today's pre-bid conference for the infrastructure project. Contract data, requirements for bidding documents, bid form, technical and financial proposals, criteria for eligibility screening, preliminary examination of bids, evaluation of bids, and post qualification, and other matters. And now let's proceed to the presentation of the contract data by Engineer Hamisola.
Okay, for the contract data of contract item number 24 at K0030, the contract name Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction of Multipurpose Facilities or SUNCI. The Implementing Office, Construction Section, Funding Source GAT 2024, approved budget for the contract 98,999,585 pesos and 82 centavos. Contract duration is 330 calendar days. Scope of works, construction of multipurpose building, location, Sorsogon City. For the typical plan, we have here the second floor framing layout and the third floor framing layout. For further details, please refer to the posted plan. Also, we have the fourth floor framing layout and the decking layout. Major category of works. Buildings, construction with piles, low-rise steel frame, cast-in-place piles, 1 to 5 stories. For similar categories of work, buildings, construction with piles, high-rise steel frame driven piles. Building, industrial plant, low-rise. Building, industrial plant, high-rise. Building, industrial plant, medium-rise. For the list of key personnel followed by minimum years of similar experience, then minimum years of similar experience, related experience. For project manager, we have 5 years, same position, 5 years related experience. For project engineer, 3 years, same position, 3 years related experience. Materials engineer, 3 years, same position, 3 years related experience. Then for foreman, 2 years, same position, 2 years related experience. For skilled laborers, common laborers, and construction safety and health personnel, none. For list of key equipments, we have here the description, capacity, and the required units. Cutting outfit, 1 unit required. Welding machine, 500A. Electric driven, 2 units. For truck mounted crane, 41 to 45 MT, 1 unit. For generator set, 1 unit. Please note that equipment capacity and required units as specified in the bid data sheet shall be mandatory, and absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor. Any questions or clarifications for 24 FK 0030? Okay, for 24 FK 0031, Cluster 6 Organizational Outcome 1, Ensure Safe and Reliable National Road System Network Development Program, Construction of Bypass and Diversion Road, Construction number 1, Construction of Bypass Road Sorsogon, Barangay, Buhatan, San Vicente, San Isidro, San Roque-Balete, Poblacion, Sorsogon. Number 2, Construction of Bypass and Diversion Roads, Roads-Juban-Casiguran, Mabini Bypass Road, Sorsogon. Implementing Office, Construction Section, Funding Source, DAA 2024, Approved Budget for the contract, 125 million pesos, 899,983 pesos and 84 centavos. Contract duration is 305 calendar days. Scope of works, construction of 4.7229 kilometer concrete road including line canal and slope protection structures. Location, First District of Sorsogon. Location. For the location, please refer to the posted. Okay. For the typical plan, the width is 3.05 per lane, 3.05 meter per lane. Thickness is 0.23 meter on carriageway, and then the shoulder thickness is 0.2 meters. And for further details, please refer to the posted plan. Major category of works: road construction, PCCP. Similar categories of work: roads, rehabilitation, PCCP, roads construction, tunnel, PCCP. List of key personnel. We have here the key personnel: minimum years of similar experience, same position, minimum years of similar experience, related experience. For project manager, 5 years, same position, 5 years, related experience. For project engineer, 3 years for same and related experience. For materials engineer, both 3 years for same position and related experience. Then for foreman, both 2 years for same position and related experience. For skilled laborers, common laborers, and construction safety and health personnel, none. For the list of key equipment units, we have here the equipment capacity and number of units. For loaded trailer, 25 MT, 1 unit. For backhoe attachment or the pavement breaker, 1 unit. Payloader, LX80-2C, 1.50 cubic meter, 110 HP, 1 unit. For dump truck, all models, 12 cubic yard, 290 HP, 2 units. For bulldozer, DX175, 167 HP, 1 unit. For payloader at disposal site, motorized road grader, vibratory roller, 1.5 cubic meter, 110 HP, G710A, 140 HP, SD100 DC, 10 MT, 125 HP, all 1 unit. Water pump or water truck or pump, all makes 16,000 liters, 360 HP, 1 unit.
transit mixer, all models, 5 cubic per feet minute, 175 HP, 4 units, concrete vibrator, flexible shaft type, 2 inches head, diameter with 5 amperes gasoline drive unit, 2 units. For batching plant, 30 cubic meter, 1 unit, concrete screeder, water truss screed, 5.5 HP, 1 unit, concrete saw, 14 inches blade diameter with 4 and 3/4 inches cutting depth, 7.5 HP, 1 unit, bar cutter, 25 mm maximum rebar diameter, grade 40, single phase, 1 unit. For asphalt sealer, joint gas or diesel driven with hot or cold spray nozzle, 1 unit. For bar bender, 25 mm maximum rebar diameter, 3 phase, 1 unit. Plate compactor, 400 to 500 gasoline engine, 5 HP, 1 unit. Cargo truck or service truck, all models, 9 to 10 MT, 270 HP, 1 unit. 1 bagger mixer, 46 cubic feet per minute, 1 unit. Backhoe wheel mounted, PW60N-1, 0.28 cubic meter, 50 HP, 1 unit. For cargo truck, service truck, all models, 2 to 5 MT, 160 HP, 1 unit. Applicator machine, 1. Kneading machine, 1. Telescopic man lift, 15 mm max working height, 1. Boom truck, NXG1160, D3 ZAL, 1X, 187 HP, 1. Backhoe, Solar 220 LC3, 0.8 cubic meter, 138 HP, 1 unit.
Please note that equipment capacity and required units as specified in the bid data sheet shall be mandatory and absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor. Any questions or clarifications for that practice with the other hand?
None.
Okay. Okay. For contract data 24F30032, contract name, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Multipurpose Buildings and Facilities to support social services, construction of multipurpose building, for shelter, Barangay Tulay, Casiguran. Implementing Office, Construction Section. Funding source, GAA 2024. Approved budget for the contract, 39,599,611 pesos and 47 centavos. Contract duration, 330 calendar days. Scope of works, construction of multipurpose building, and location is Casiguran, Sorsogon.
So here's the typical plan. We have here the ground floor plan. Okay.
Please refer to the posted plan number for further details. Major category of works. Buildings. Construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. Similar categories of work. Building. Construction with piles, high-rise, concrete frame, cast-in-place piles. Building concrete. Construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, cast-in-place piles. Building. Construction with piles, high-rise, concrete frame, driven piles. Building concrete. Construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, driven piles. Building, construction without piles, high-rise, concrete frame. Similar categories of work. Building, industrial plant, low-rise. Building, industrial plant, high-rise. Building, industrial plant, medium-rise. For the list of key personnel. For project manager, should have a minimum experience of 5 years, similar experience, same position. 5 years for related experience. For project engineer, 3 years, same position, 3 years related experience. For materials engineer, 3 years, same position, 3 years related experience. For foreman, 2 years, same position, 2 years related experience. For skilled laborers, common laborers, and construction safety and health personnel, none.
For the list of key equipment units, for loaded trailer, 1 unit, dump truck, 12 cubic yard, 2 units, water truck, 16,000 liters, 1 unit, transit mixer, 5 to 6 cubic yard, 4 units, motorized road grader 6710A, 1 unit, vibratory roller SD100DC 10MT, 1 unit, concrete vibrator, 2 units, batching plant, 30 cubic meter, 1 unit, payloader, LX82C, 1.5 cubic meter, 1 unit, concrete scraper, 5.5 HP, 1 unit, concrete saw, blade 14 inches diameter, 7.5 HP, 1 unit, bar cutter, single phase, 1 unit, asphalt sealer, joint, gas, or diesel driven with hot or cold spray nozzle, 1 unit, backhoe, 0.8 cubic meter, SE130 LC2, 1 unit, plate compactor, 5 HP, 1 unit, 1 unit for 1 dagger mixer, 1 unit for bar cutter single phase, 1 unit for bar bender, and 2 units for welding machine, 508 electric driven.
Note that equipment capacity and required units as specified in the bid data sheet shall be mandatory and absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor. Any questions or clarifications for 24 FK 0032?
Continue.
Okay. For 24 FK 0033, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction of City Hall, Sorsogon City, Sorsogon, District 1, Implementing Office, Construction Section, Funding Source, YAA 2024, Approved Budget for the Contract, 98,999,712 pesos and 15 centavos. For the contract duration, 330 calendar days, scope of works, construction of multipurpose building, location is Sorsogon City.
For the typical plan, we have here the front and rear elevation. Please note that the hatch area are the existing structures.
For the major category of works, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise, complete frame, 1 to 5 stories. For similar categories of work, building, construction with piles, high-rise, concrete frame, cast-in-place piles. Building, construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, cast-in-place piles. For building, construction with piles, high-rise, concrete frame, driven piles. Building, construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, driven piles. Building, construction without piles, high-rise, concrete frame. For major category of works, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. For similar categories of work, building, industrial plant, low-rise, building, industrial plant, high-rise, and building, industrial plant, medium-rise. For the list of key personnel, for project manager, minimum years of experience of similar experience, same position is 5 years. For related experience, 5 years. For project engineer, 3 years, same position, 3 years related experience. For materials engineer, 3 years, same position, 3 years related experience. For foreman, 2 years, same position, 2 years related experience. For skilled laborers, common laborers, and construction safety and health personnel, none. For the list of key equipment units,
We have here cargo truck, capacity of 9 to 10 MT, 27 HP, 1 unit.
please note that equipment capacity and required units as specified in the bid data sheet shall be mandatory, and absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor.
Any questions or clarifications
for 24FK0033.
Thank you, Engineer Manisola. Engineer Liwanag, please proceed with your presentation of the schedule, the eligibility requirements and criteria for eligibility screening, to be followed by Engineer Castro for the presentation for the bid evaluation, post qualification and award.
Schedules for 24FK0030, 24FK0031, 24FK0032, and 24FK0038. The issuance or downloading of bidding documents is from March 5 to 26, 2024. Hard copies at Back Secretariat, DPWH Sorsogon 1st DEO in Lahon, Sorsogon City. Downloadable from DPWH and PhilJEP's website. The deadline for submission of bid is on March 26, 2024 until 10 a.m. For manual submission at Back Secretariat, DPWH Sorsogon 1st DEO in Lahon, Sorsogon City. For electronic submission at electronicbids_Sorsogon1 at dpwh.gov.ph. The opening of bids is on March 26, 2024 at 10:30 a.m. at the conference room DPWH Sorsogon 1st DEO in Lahon, Sorsogon City. For manual submission, one original and one copy for each technical proposal and financial proposal must be submitted. For electronic submission, e-file of the technical proposal and financial proposal. However, bidder should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Requirements for bidding documents, instruction to bidders, general conditions of contract, special conditions of contract, bid data sheet, specifications, bill of quantities, bid forms, checklist for technical proposal, and checklist for financial proposal can be downloaded at DPWH and PhilJEP's website. Note: new format for Department Memorandum Circular Number 85, Series of 2020, and checklist for GPPB, Philippine Bidding Document 6th edition. Additional statement for Omnibus. Number 10. In case advance payment was made or given, failure to perform or deliver any of the obligations and undertakings in the contract shall be sufficient grounds to constitute criminal liability for swindling, establishing, or the commission of fraud with unfaithfulness or abuse of confidence through misappropriating or converting any payment received by a person or entity under an obligation involving the duty to deliver certain goods or services to the prejudice of the public and the government of the Philippines, pursuant to Article 315 of Act No. K815, Series 1930, as amended or the revised penal code. As shown is the checklist for infrastructure project for GPPB, Public Bidding Document 6th edition, for technical proposal and financial proposal. Criteria for eligibility screening. A contractor must meet the following major requirements: Filipino citizen or 75% Filipino-owned partnership or corporation with PCAB license applicable to the type and cost of this contract. Completion of a similar contract costing at least 50% of the ABC, and net financial contracting capacity at least equal to the ABC. For bid evaluation, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using a non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. For completeness, no price will require the item non-responsive, indicating a zero or a dash free to the government. All prices are deemed to include taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents including, where applicable, BOQ shall be considered non-responsive. For arithmetical corrections, bid prices in figures versus words, words prevail. Total price per item versus unit price per item Unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual sum prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in DOQ. DOQ prevails. All bid amount above ABC will be disqualified. Proposed qualification in pursuant to section 34.1 and 34.3 of revised IRR of RA 9184. The lowest calculated bid or highest rated bid shall undergo post-qualification in order to determine whether the bidder concerned complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions as specified in the legal documents. Verification, validation, and ascertainment of statements made and documents submitted shall consider but shall be limited to the following criteria. For legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, agreement, and exclusion in any practice. For technical requirements for the key personnel, minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. Availability and commitment of major construction equipment. Failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment and the specific location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security for DO number 58 series of 2012. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project, or negative slippage of at least 10% in each 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works and complete ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contract or conditions at the terms of inspection. DEO number 127 series of 2018 straight application of RA 9184 in the conduct of the post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH and authenticity and correctness of bid security. For the financial requirements, bid price proposal and NFCC. Notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project as per DEO number 9 series of 2012. Technical requirements for civil works project for public bidding. If the proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract. And he or she will be replaced with another person equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if the contract under bidding will be awarded. These certifications shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. For contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. Contract award should be made within the bid validity period and subcontracting is not allowed. Common reasons for rejection of bids, ineligibility, and post-disqualification of bidders. Failure to submit the original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission, indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and the name of contractor. shorter bid validity and bid security validity period, overlapping of such equipment and committed technical personnel, failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form, late submission of bid, failure to submit supporting documents, example, certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project if pledged equipment is released to purchase. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in each two or more contracts. Unsatisfactory CS rating. For single proprietor, signatory should be the owner or proprietor only. For corporation or cooperative, board secretary certificate and board resolution. For joint venture resolution or agreement. For partnership as indicated in the articles of partnership. Discounts offered in the bid form must be signed by the owner or proprietor or authorized managing officer. Hence, liaison officer's signature may only be accepted provided that specified limit of discount be included in special power of attorney. Note on the strict application of DEO number 28 series of 2024, 3-strike policy in the procurement of infrastructure, goods, and consulting services contracts. If the bidder commits any of the 3 major offenses or acts, as described as all other acts to tend to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, they shall be subjected to an administrative penalty. The following are the classification of offenses. Number 1, withdrawal from the bidding process, submission of non-participation letter, or failure to submit a bid after purchasing the bid documents. Number 2, submission of late bids without valid reasons as determined by the bank. And number 3, submission of patently insufficient bid during eligibility screening and or shortlisting during bid evaluation and during post-qualification. Please read the entire department order for reference. Any questions or clarifications?
None. Thank you. Our next procurement activity will be on March 14, 2024, Thursday, for the shortlisting consultancy at 10 a.m. for 24 CSFA 0001. Any other matters to be discussed? Having no other matter to be discussed, I now call this privy conference to adjourn.